John Murray.
Kia ora, everyone. I've got a small bit of paper to hand around.
Sean will come and take that off you and pass it around.
Okay. I've broken them into two groups for people to pass to each other. I did prepare a PowerPoint, but I won't use it because I want to be more brief than that if I can. As I was sitting there, the adage, you win some, you lose some, came to mind, as first of all, several people went over time, and then a couple of people weren't here. So I was feeling good when they weren't here, because it meant I wasn't going to be too delayed. I was born here a little over 70 years ago, and many of my ancestors made contributions to this city that I benefit from. They made those contributions from their commerce and from the way they lived and from the things they left for us, over and above the fact that they just paid their own rates. So I want to make comments about two of the issues I submitted on and then a plea to you. First of all, I believe we must retain significant assets in public ownership. We're talking about the long term here. I'm happy to answer questions about that. The returns need to be for the public good and not the private few. And policy changes need to be free of constraints to give a profit to shareholders. Some of you are on the Environment Committee. Now, you say all sorts of good things about the air, but how about a district energy scheme actually getting underway, and you can have your private-public partnerships with that, and at present, because things seem to be going slow, I know of at least one large organisation that's thinking of putting a coal boiler in when they were considering something more sustainable. So I'd like you to get on with that. When I was growing up here and 10 years old, my gran bought me a bicycle. It wouldn't be unreasonable to say that I've been passionate about cycling for the last 60 years. I own 5. 4 of them were second-hand. In fact, one of them was bought from the Red Shed before it became what it is now, the thing out at Brighton. I cycled to hospital and doctor's appointments, meetings. I cycled here this morning. I've taken 4 of my grandchildren to and from preschool as they work their way through. Basically, I cycled to get around. Cycling contributes to a healthy population, saves on climate changing emissions, takes up less parking space in town, not to mention leaving more roading available for public transport and those who really must use a private car. But over the years, traffic on the roads has increased and the roads have become much less safe. The number of cyclists killed by vehicles has increased, even when they're trying to do what they should with high visibility clothing and so on. And my partner, who's equally concerned about the future, rarely cycles on the roads because she doesn't feel safe. So my plea to you, make provisions for cycling a priority. You must do this to make cycling and all the other advantages it brings a reality for the city. I'm mindful that there's a group that have started the Christchurch Coastal Pathway project. If you can, give them a bit of support. I won't personally benefit from it where I live, but I think the city will benefit from it. I was interested in that last submitters talking about gardening and community gardens. I think it's relevant to intensified housing. Sorry, I took up more time than I meant.
Time for one question. Phil?
Mainly that we have started a district energy scheme. We have started that, Don, and we could talk to that offline, but also if someone's going to put in a big coal burner, you could perhaps talk to me offline about that too.
Cool. Thanks.
Thank you.
Excellent. Good. Look, thank you, Don. Sorry to keep you waiting. It's never easy to manage these.
I know. I think you've managed most of it fairly well so far.
Thanks, Don. Thank you.